Hey guys, welcome back to Giving Unbothered, the podcast. I want to start saying that differently.
I was going to say, I feel like we need to... We say that at the start of every single episode,
okay.
We say that.
Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to Giving Unbothered, the
Something
podcast.
goes right. Yeah, we aren't going to do that.
Moving on.
Swift moving on. We've got quite a busy day today, you know?
Yeah, we do. And it's early. This is, I feel like, one of the earliest times we've ever filmed. It's 11 a.m.
It doesn't sound that early, but I usually wake up at about this time.
Yeah, true.
So it's early for me.
Very early.
We set alarms at 7:30, but I have to set my alarms like 7:30, 7:32, 7:36, like every 2-minute intervals.
You literally, this morning, I kept hearing it. I was like, did she put in an alarm for like every single minute?
Yeah, and I turn it off in my sleep. Like, I just hit my power button and I just naturally just like, don't want to hear it. See you later.
Bye.
See ya. Where are we going? Come on, Yoko, where are we going tonight?
Why do you make it look like I'm so excited?
So excited.
We're going to the singles night at Le Cam. And you know what? I'm so scared it's going to be speed dating because that's like my worst nightmare, to go speed dating.
Do you think it will be?
I hope
If
not.
so, I'm not going.
That's my worst nightmare.
I had a dream last night. Oh, right, Martin Luther King. I woke up and do you know when you're just like, oh, I have the heebie-jeebies, I don't want to go anymore. And it was at Le Cam and it was speed dating because obviously we had that conversation yesterday. Yeah. And I've seen myself and what I'm like on a speed date.
I just think like speed dating, like how long do you have, or do people choose that?
I think it's literally like, I think you get like 2 minutes.
That's
like,
nothing.
The questions I'd ask, I'd be like, what day of the week do you think is purple? Like, do you know, it's like...
I would literally be like, my first question, so, what trauma do you have and what are you doing about it?
Yeah, what's your attachment style?
Yeah.
Are your mum and dad still together?
Oh my god. Yeah, no, they wouldn't like me for speed dating.
Yeah, we'll just run to another bar if that's the case.
We'll see.
We've got desperate.
It's...
Well, on the topic of relationships and
dating,
it's Let's Get Naked.
It's another episode of Let's Get Naked. Whoop whoop. But I feel like we need to get one of those like tune songs to Let's Get Naked.
Oh, I thought it was gonna say the remotes, you know, like iCarly when they had like the button remotes. God.
You know what? We should make that. We have like some sound to it. Well, you know what? Sound inserting.
Watch her not insert the sound. Look like a freak. Well, we ran out of our cards last time. We ran out of our cards and we've run out of questions because I feel like we've run the sex talk dry. So now we have scenarios.
Well, you start off because I know how much you like starting off.
I do like starting off. You're with your partner for 7 years. You've got a house, like you are very, very happy. But you find out, they didn't tell you, you found out they cheated on you in the first year of your relationship. Are you breaking up with them?
Yeah.
You've been together 7 years, they've not cheated on you since?
Well, I say that, but I feel like I was actually in a similar situation and I stayed. But now, I would break up now. Because isn't it even worse that they kept it like a secret for so long? Okay,
what if you didn't find out they told you just 7 years later?
Yeah, same thing. Isn't that like a thing that they kept it a secret for so long? Like, that would be...
Oh, yeah, no, it's fucked.
Yeah.
It's dodge. But do you actually, hand on heart, actually, like, not what you think you should do, would you actually leave? Because you're sitting there, you're like, yeah, I'd leave, I'd walk away and begin...
I would want to leave.
You'd want to leave.
I would want to. But I know myself, it's so much easier to say, like, talk about these things when you're not in the actual situation with like emotions involved and stuff. So probably if I was in a situation, I would be like, let's work this out. Let's go to therapy.
Because I think it's so difficult because...
But is it like, aside from that...
Yeah, you're in a perfect relationship. Like, it's like you're happy.
Yeah, see, that makes it more difficult.
Yeah, because like nothing else is wrong. And like you can actually have a guarantee. Obviously, I know you can't in real life, but you've got a guarantee that they never did anything since.
Yeah, see, I don't trust that. Nobody can ever guarantee you anything.
No, but I'm telling you, you're a mind reader. And
I can see the future.
I am telling you that they have not.
Yeah, I'll probably stay. You know what? This is really sad to say on the internet. If you're my future wife and you see this, don't do this to me.
Because she will stay.
Shut up.
Fine. I think I'd probably end up staying. I feel like you said,
Yeah.
I'd want to leave, but like I always said before, like if anyone ever cheated on me, I would leave, and I stayed.
No, exactly.
It's harder when
it's
you're in
hard.
the position. Like 7 years.
I know 7 years is a long time, and especially if like aside from that everything goes well. But then I would have trust issues though. I would I feel like you know what? That's the thing. Like, it would change the dynamic of the relationship, even though it was perfect. But then knowing about that they've cheated in the first year, that would change the dynamic slightly, because I would have trust issues then.
You'd look into then like every other interaction.
Yeah.
Like see them.
And then I
and
don't know,
like,
is that then still a healthy relationship to be in when you're going psycho? Probably not. Mentally unstable. So you know what? Eventually I would probably leave then. I just need to reach my point of getting there.
yeah, Yelka needs to absolutely want to rip her hair out and put herself into rehab for her to leave a situation.
Yeah, put me in a psych ward. That's when I'll leave. When I go.
You need to work on that.
I know. We are. Moving on.
Moving on to Yelka's scenario.
To stick in the type of relationships Alana and I both love, me slightly a bit more. You're dating someone long distance. Of course.
Yeah.
And she visits for the first time. So basically you haven't met yet. So you met online. Well, started talking online, kind of dating just from like the conversations you have. Mm-hmm. So she visits you for the first time, and her kissing style makes you physically cringe.
Her kissing style? What the fuck is she doing wrong?
Well, just
not a good kisser.
Just not a good kissing match between the two of you. What would you do?
But I really like her.
Yeah. Like, you're falling for her. Like, you've built an emotional connection already because you've been speaking for so long. But then it's the kissing that just isn't anything that you like.
See, a bad kiss is really icky because, like, you do that daily. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't tell someone they're a bad kisser. Oh, my God. Would I just have to suck it up? And, like, if she, like, sticks it, like...
washing machine.
Like, just be like, okay, let's put that down to a minimum. I feel like you'd have to, like, stealthily train her without her realising.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like, it depends what she's doing, though.
Yeah, I know,
like,
it
if
depends.
she's literally, like, shoving her tongue, like, in your gob.
You could kind of say that, though. I've done that before once.
I think it depends. If you're, like, comfortable with each other, you can be like, okay, let's stop with the slobber.
Yeah.
And reel it in.
Yeah. I would want to work on things. I wouldn't make that a thing of like,
you can't cut it off because of fucking kids.
Especially in like how dating is these days, it's already hard enough to find someone to have an emotional connection with.
Yeah, you know what? I can
take
handle
that.
a bad kiss if it means someone loves me.
No, if you tell me you love me, I'll take anything else.
You can literally not. I was gonna say you cannot have sex with me. That's a lie.
Don't go that far. Don't go that far. Yeah, I would work on things. Yeah.
Fine.
I was thinking you were gonna say you would like cut it off.
What do you think of me?
A lot.
Clearly, you don't think much of me. Scenario.
Bring it on.
Oh, I'll link it to me and you because it can kind of be applied.
I kind of like the scenarios.
Yeah, I like the scenarios.
Exciting.
Okay. You have a girlfriend.
Yes.
Fair, like, let's say you've been together for like 6 months, but like you're really, really happy with her.
Okay.
I come to you.
I see where this is going.
I come to you and I'm like, Yelka, I've really tried to push my feelings aside, but I have really strong feelings.
Do not come to my town. Go
Do
away.
not come to my town.
Do not. Wait, no, we need to tell the listeners this. Alana and I have been having a big issue.
Okay, she's been a drama queen.
No, I'm not.
That big of an issue. It's very much the lesbian world, and I keep saying to her, this is not a rare occurrence.
No, it's not a rare occurrence, but it's like, I don't. From like most people you fancy, I don't really fancy anyone, but it's like everyone I fancy, everyone I show you, oh yeah, I've matched with her, oh yeah, I've liked her, oh, I already found her, oh, I already followed her on Instagram. So then she gets like the first pass.
Oh my God, no. We need to, so we have a group chat with one of our other friends, and this just shows how like desperate we are as well, because this is how we found them. So we aren't looking for flats, by the way, like separately or together. We aren't looking for a place to live. And I was scrolling at home on Facebook, and I've been in like London, like flat shares and things like that.
You don't ever leave those groups.
No,
once
like you
you're in
don't
them.
leave. So it pops up, and I saw someone posted like looking for a flat, and do you know when you look at it and you think, oh my god, like God is a woman. Like,
Exactly
fuck
my reaction to
me. Fuck off, Yelka. And I was like, oh my god, like she had like tattoo. Oh, she was just phenomenal. And I was like, I like you. I'm not adding you on Facebook because I'm not a middle-aged mum. So I searched her name and found her on Instagram. And I followed her. Yeah, you didn't do that though because you're not very ballsy.
I liked. No, I just liked.
Yeah, that's such a pussy move.
Did she follow you back?
No. So I unfollowed her because that's so embarrassing.
Shall I follow her now? See what's gonna happen now.
Yeah, watch this scenario will come true. And yeah, y'all could just like, if someone likes a few of my pictures and doesn't follow me, I don't, even if they're the hottest thing ever, I will not follow them at all or like their pictures because I'm like, you're being a puss.
No, it's just
Gross
I'm picky with like who I follow on socials because I used to follow everyone and anyone on the fucking planet, and then
Yeah, you didn't even follow my sister back for like 2 months. And Maddie was like, she's literally stayed with us for weeks and she's still not following back. I was like, she's too famous to follow you back, sorry. Yeah, bitch.
I feel bad about that. You know, I feel bad about that. But I'm just really picky. So like, I'm just not gonna follow anyone just because I think they're hot. Like, I'll first just like see if they like something back, and then yeah, I'm not smooth.
Pathetic. And I put a screenshot of the girl in our group chat and I was like, I am in love with this woman. And Yelka was like, no! And I was like, what? And she was like, oh my god, like, I fancy her too. And I was like, oh, did you find her on Hinge? I was like, I found her on Facebook, like, flat shares. And she was like, me too! I wonder how many lesbians were in that chat and have all like went and found her on Instagram at the same time.
What? Maybe we should like put ourselves out there.
Yeah, just put ourselves in like flat share things just to find a girlfriend.
That is so funny. But we've had so many of like these little situations now where I like show her someone I mesh with on Hinge or something. You go like, oh yeah, I've liked her before. So I already see this coming through. So true. Yeah. So finish the scenario.
And I really fancy your girlfriend, but I genuinely have like feelings. Like it's not just like I find them hot because like as girls and like as lesbians, like if a girl's hot, like it's fine. But like I actually have feelings.
See, that's hard because I would be like, where am I at with my feelings in a relationship?
You're happy.
No, but like madly in love. You've been
together for 6 months, like
just still getting to know each other.
I don't act like you wouldn't be in love in 6 months. Still get to know each other. You would be wanting them to propose in 6 months.
You hoe.
That's so funny. Yeah, you love them.
I feel like I'm gonna say, I don't know if this is controversial, but I would choose you.
Wait, sorry. That is so funny, sorry.
Because I value you way more in my life. I feel like what the fuck? Because there is no way that I could stay together with her if you have genuine feelings. Because then I would always feel like we couldn't do things with the three of us together. If you have genuine feelings for her, how fucking awkward is that? So I would have to dump the girl to keep you as my best friend. And you are my wife.
Yeah, I love you for that answer.
I know you wouldn't do the same.
I didn't expect that answer. I don't know what the fuck I'd do, but yeah, you're right. Like it would be a.
Like there is, and we're so involved in each other's lives, like to the hip attached. So like, how the hell is that gonna work out?
Because we're not just like surface friends. Like, how would we navigate that?
Exactly. But wait, what would you do in your scenario though? Because I need to know this now. Am I gonna be dumped as your best friend?
You would not be dumped as my best friend.
This is a juicy one.
Okay.
I feel like we're kind of staying in line with some of the previous episode with this question. You're about to have sex for the first time.
Okay. Ever, or with like a person?
With a person. Like your first time having sex with this. Yeah.
Okay.
And she pulls out a strap that's bigger than your forearm. Do you proceed, negotiate, or run?
That would come out of my mouth. Like, where, that's got nowhere to go, and go in the vagina and come out, like what the fuck? Just come into my nipple.
Have you, they exist though, like, have you seen a sex shop? You've got, like, massive ones. That's huge.
I can actually feel that in my vagina right now, and it's not a nice feeling.
What would you do? Negotiate?
There would be no negotiating. I would throw that little plastic willy out of the window.
I just think I wouldn't use strap-on the first time anyway.
Oh, I mean, not if it's that fucking size. Using a strap on the first time, I feel like I go back and forth with my opinion on this, because
you need tequila in your system.
I need tequila.
Tequila.
It's not that weird, technically.
No.
Because it's the same as a man shagging a woman. Or shagging a man, whatever you want to do. I would negotiate if it was a normal size strap on, but not if it was a fucking beastie thing. That is a whopping strap on.
It's very whopping.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm not doing it.
I'm running. Next one, and I feel like I already know your answer.
Okay.
So you're on a date with a girl.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, let's make this a bit more specific. Couple of dates in already. Let's say 5th, 6th date.
Should be in a relationship by then.
Exactly. Okay. And she says that she's still in love or has emotions, feels emotions towards her ex, but she's emotionally available for you.
That's not a thing. Sorry? No! I'm on a 6th date with this person and she's telling me that she's got emotions for her ex. Then you're not emotionally available. No! Ew! You just wasted like 6 days of my life, and we're lesbians, so knowing that, that's probably like 5 days a date. So we're literally already like 3 months in.
You've wasted a marriage.
You've literally, I could have met the love of my life in that time. No, I find it weird. And I was on Hinge the other day. I think I told you this, because I was like, this is fucking weird. I was on Hinge and this girl matched me, and like she seemed cool. Like she was like, do you know when someone's just naturally quite funny? Like as soon as they start texting you, and I was like, oh cool. So we were talking literally for like 10 minutes, just back and forth on Hinge, and then she was like, I don't know how we got into the conversation, but she then started talking about like, oh yeah, like me and my ex broke up like 4 months ago.
I do remember this one.
And I was like, oh okay, like I didn't ask, but okay. And she was like, yeah, like it's really hard to see her move on with someone else. And I was looking at my screen and I was like, you were just saying, because the first thing that she said to me, I thought this was a bit much. The first thing she said to me was, she watched the podcast. This is it. She watched the podcast and she was like, oh my god, like I love the podcast, like you guys are so funny. I was like, thanks. And then like that in itself, I was like, oh my god, I forget that people actually see us. And she saw the episode when I said about like scissoring. I don't enjoy it most of the time, and she was like, I bet I could change your mind. And I thought, take me to dinner first.
I just think that's like, having the podcast now, I fucking love having the podcast, but it's people can already create a
know what I like
opinion,
or don't like, or know like what my person, because like I don't know, I was like, okay, that's a weird thing to say for one. So you went from telling me you want to scissor me to telling me you're in love with your ex. I thought, well, which one is it?
That is insane.
I was like, this just sums up lesbians like to a T. And I replied and I was like, I was actually very nice about it. I was like, oh, like, it seems that you aren't really emotionally ready for, like, what I'm looking for, which is totally fine. I was like, well, we'd be so happy to, like, meet you as a friend, like, you seem really cool. And she was like, oh my god, like, friend-zoned me already. I'm like, you just friend-zoned yourself. Like, you're talking about your ex-girlfriend in the first 15 minutes.
And you just have your self-respect and boundaries.
Yeah.
You know, like...
I just know that I want a serious relationship, and I'm not gonna get that from you.
You, to be honest though, like I feel like you have the best stories of like Hinge matches, like the stuff that happens when you talk to them. Or
I don't know what the fuck I do, but I attract some crazy people. I don't like it very much. Because I've got tears in my eyes just thinking about it.
Oh, she's crying again.
I'm crying. I need to go on what is it? It's like Lucky Fish. What's like the dating apps or like people actually use like on the computers? Do you know? Because it's not all like. Do you know when like adults, like we're not adults, older people actually use dating apps like on the laptop,
like a chat. Like an actual like
True Harmony. Is it called True Harmony?
Oh, yeah,
like the
yeah,
proper
yeah.
where they get the little laptop out and they're like writing their little bio. I'm like, oh.
Maybe we should try that.
I think we need to do that.
We should do that.
Kick it old school.
Yeah.
Find a MILF.
We've gone past the season apparently.
Oh yeah, we've lived. What is it? Age gap autumn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've missed that.
What is it now this season? Is there anything?
We're going into hot girl summer.
Yeah, we are.
Last year was brat summer.
Yeah.
This year, we'll see. It's pending. I'm hoping it's relationship summer.
We hope for that each year.
Yeah. You've gone on a few dates with this person. Mm-hmm. Let's say you'd be close to making it official. Like, you have genuine feelings.
Yeah.
And you ask how many people they've slept with and they refuse to tell you. Does that bother you?
No.
It doesn't bother you that they refuse to tell you?
Because I think if they want to keep that to themselves, that's fair. Like, I don't think that should really play a big role into...
Mm-hmm. Fine.
You know what I mean? Because that's like past stuff. It's the same with like if you want to keep things from your previous relationships to yours. I think you're allowed to have some, not secrets, but you're allowed to have some private stuff to, you know?
Yeah, fine. I get that.
Yeah. But that will bother you, wouldn't it? I see your face. I can see like...
It wouldn't bother me. I think it's just more, I think from where I'm just a very open person and I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah, but the thing is like a lot of people do consider it a big deal, and so maybe this person is keeping it for themselves because they wouldn't know how you would respond.
Yeah, I don't know. I just very much just like you be true to yourself, babe.
Yeah, I just think like everyone.
If you had fun in your 20s, you have fun in your 20s.
But that's what I mean, and I also think like people go through phases where, you know, some people go through a time where they're single and just think like fuck it all, I'm just gonna enjoy whatever comes my way, and then you get older, you change, and you're like, actually, now I do value, like, an emotional connection more, and I just think it's all decisions from the past. Like, I know people that go to a club, spot someone, have no conversation.
Take it home.
So, like, I think it just really depends on the person, but then I just think I try to take people for face value and how they show up to me.
Yeah. No, valid. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it depends on the person. If I feel like they're lying to me for certain reasons,
yeah, that's different.
I'd be like, why are you being suspicious about it?
Yeah.
But if they're just saying like, I just want to keep it private, I'd be like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Depends if they're sassy.
Okay, this is a very funny one.
I don't like it when you do that smile.
No, just because it's a funny one. Okay, so you're in a relationship.
Okay.
And after some time, let's say a couple of months, the sex has been great, right? It's been good. And then, like praying, manifesting. And then at some point after a couple of months, she brings the idea to you that she wants to role play as her favorite TV character, which is SpongeBob.
So I need to dress up as a sponge. Pardon? Did your brain make this up?
No, the internet.
I was going to say that's very
I
fun.
love the internet.
So I need to dress up as SpongeBob, or it's like a Squidward SpongeBob situation, or like do I get like full creative freedom?
Maybe you can be Patrick.
No, because you know what? Who has sex appeal? I think it's
Oh, is it like the
squirrel?
Hear Me Out cake?
Yeah.
The squirrel.
Do you know the squirrel, the little astronaut squirrel?
No, I don't see that. Sex appeal? No.
Yeah, I think so. Do you know who does have sex appeal? Mr. Krabs. I think he has something about him. I think that like hard exterior is
softy on the inside.
Yeah, if you know what, I can be down. I
was like, I think you're gonna be down.
I could do some weird shit, I guess. No, yeah, I'd be down. I feel like that would be quite funny. Would you not?
No, not a SpongeBob. I would just be there, like, what?
I mean, I don't know how you do that because, like, do you have to get like, the costumes and everything?
I guess so.
I don't know how it would work, but I'm down to see...
To try it out.
I'm down to see how it would work.
That is so fun. I think it's just so funny because when I saw that, I literally knew that you'd be down because I know you're very open. No, but like in a good way. Like you just don't give a shit. In a good way.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been asked that before, but I'd be down. No, that's really funny. Yeah, I'm assuming that it's a big fat no.
Not a big fat no. Maybe can we negotiate?
Negotiate what? Anything but SpongeBob. Okay, I have a question leading on to that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as weird. Your partner admits that they have this like fantasy of like, do you know people say like they're never going to get to experience like that meeting in person for the first time again and things like that?
Oh, yeah.
So like they have this fantasy of like, basically, I'm really long in this question because this is what I do best. They want to role play and like just do like meet you as a stranger at the bar.
Ooh, like Modern Family.
I've never watched that, but sure.
Phil and his wife used to do that. I would be down for that. Yeah.
But you know it's because
That's sexy.
they have a fan they're scared. Do you know what I mean? Like it's because they're scared of not doing that.
Well, I think if that keeps your relationship alive and it adds some like spiciness to it, why not?
Fine.
You know, like if that's what
it takes to
like that's fun. Like I would actually enjoy it because like I mean I love acting, so I'd be like, fuck yeah, who am I tonight?
Fuck yeah, who am I playing? Plankton?
Fucking Plankton. Why do you keep going back to SpongeBob?
You say keep going back. You mentioned it about 2 minutes ago.
No, fair. You wouldn't do it, would you?
I have bad experiences with that. I used to think it was cool, but I think now I just have like trauma from it, so I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know about that.
I mean, I've never done it before, so I can't speak out of experience. So my opinion is just out of...
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's hot. I think it's sexy. I feel like roleplay like that. I think it's just like...
It keeps it alive.
It's just... It sounds weird though, isn't it? Because it's like you're literally like acting in front of each other, but like something about it is really hot. I think if it comes from like an exciting place, then fine.
Yeah.
If it comes from a place, which I've experienced it before, it's because you almost know that's because they kind of want...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But
like
then,
they miss having something new.
But then that's like, to me, if that's what it takes, that's like a fun way. You know, it's not like, instead of them going out and cheating.
Yeah, but that was my experience. I was trying to say it anyway that you would have got it, and I clearly didn't get it. Because it's so dumb.
Trauma.
No, because you're so funny. I was like, Yoko knows how to like put her foot in it, and like I literally said like, yeah, it came from trauma, and she's like, yeah, well they didn't go out and cheat. I'm like,
sorry.
If someone wants to come and get rid of that trauma and roleplay for fun, I'd be down.
Exactly.
I'd be down.
End of story.
End of story.
Okay, another scenario.
Okay.
We're gonna do a would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather U-Haul after 3 days,
Been there, done that, yeah.
or have your relationship undefined for 3 years?
U-Haul, obviously.
I know,
yeah, undefined for, did you say 3 years?
Yeah.
I want to be married after 3 years. What the fuck? No.
No, I know. U-Haul.
Yeah, U-Haul. I've literally done that. I went from about to break up with someone to then getting a flat with them the week after. Tell me like
Crazy.
called it impulsive. I follow my heart.
Spontaneous.
And spontaneous. Everyone in my life was like, that's not going to end well. Yeah, no, U-Haul. I think that's just very normal. And I also think like sometimes that genuinely works.
I just think like just jump into it, because you can also, this is not like not specifically with this question, but you can be with someone for like, let's say 3 years, then decide to move in together and it not working because like the dynamic in the relationship changes.
Yeah.
So you know what? You might as well start living together from the get-go, see if that works out, and you save time. If it doesn't, you've saved time.
That's why I also don't get people that get married first and then live together, because I'm like, I don't care how in love you are, if you guys don't have similar living styles or like habits, or like you can't deal with each other's habits, then you're fucked it, and now there's paperwork involved.
And I think like some people always say that as well, like, oh, but like we've gone on holidays together. That's different. That's so different than living together 24/7 with someone, sharing your space and having to keep each other's like moods and mind, like.
Yeah, and also on holiday,
different.
like you're like your best self, like carefree. Like you could leave the hotel room in a mess, but I'm in such a zen mood that I wouldn't care.
Yeah. So yeah, U-Haul.
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 I knew you'd say U-Haul too. Fine. You're at a party.
At a party.
You always make fun of how I say that, and I can't
just
say
think
it any different.
sometimes like you bring it out so strong. You're like, you at a party. I can't even do it. See, this is me trying to do a British accent.
You're at a party, and you're with your partner. You've been together for 5 years. You're very, very secure.
Again.
It just works for
Okay.
me.
Not in real life.
I'm trying to Come on, like.
Sorry, that was a good one. Please give me that. That was a good one, though.
It was fine. It was mediocre. And you're very stable, very secure. And you look over, they're talking to a girl, and like it seems like the girl's like putting her hand like on her arm. Kind of seems like flirty body language from her. You can't really see it from your partner.
Okay.
Are you going over?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, or trust your partner, but no, fine, going over, sure.
I would trust my partner as well.
Oh, well, I'd go over.
If there is the opportunity to go over, I would just be like, hi.
Yeah, like, hi.
I think it's also just nice if you... where were we?
At a party. Bitch, you knew where we were.
If you are at a party, sounds almost like at a party. If you're... Cut. If you're at a party, I just think also it would be nice. That's what I would do personally. If I'm talking to someone and a girl is doing that to me, I would be like, find a way to bring my partner in the conversation and be like, oh, I'm here with my partner, and then like be like, oh, come over, I want you to meet them. So that's just how I am, and I kind of want it to be the same the other way around, you know?
Yeah, I don't trust people that don't want to bring their partners into a conversation. Like, obviously, you don't be mentioning them 24/7. Like, it's not relevant. But just a simple, like, oh, yeah, like, my partner does that too. Or, like, I think
like,
it's
I'm here with my partner.
Yeah, because I'm just, like, I feel like it's actually, like, I bring Yelka up in most conversations with people. I was getting my hair cut the other day, and I was showing them, like, pictures of her modelling, of her as a kid, like, of her parents when they came, like... I bring
We're
you up.
We're so involved in each other's lives. It's insane.
It's quite weird. But like I would find a way to bring up my partner because I feel like it's very natural to bring up people like that.
I think it's as well like when I'm in a relationship with someone, I love talking about my partner.
Yeah.
Like, and
you love them. They're amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll find like any reason to bring up my partner.
Yeah.
You know that because you would get... Even if I have a crush, it already happens and it fucking annoys you.
Oh my God. Every single conversation. We could be playing Uno and she'd be like... Oh my God, they'd love this game.
Well, this was fun.
You say that at the end of every single episode. She's like, this is fun.
This was fun, guys.
I'm having a great time.
I'm having such a good time. I just want to take a little moment to thank everyone for your support. Because
That's so cute.
No, but like genuinely, like it's been over the last few weeks, we've seen such growth on our socials, on the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple.
We've got some really cute comments.
Yeah,
that we love.
Please keep sharing your thoughts with us. Also, if you have any interesting scenarios or juicy questions, leave them in the comments so we can use them.
Also, we are looking and speaking to a lot of guests at the minute. So if you have an interesting story,
yes,
or you know, anything that's fun and entertaining, shoot us a message. We'd be down.
Yeah, send us a DM or an email, and we would be more than happy to have you guys on the podcast.
Well, that's it for this week's episode. We hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I'm not really that sorry. But come back next week.
If you enjoyed watching or listening, don't forget to rate our show and please follow or subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.